To Geoff Cornish, Assistant Chief Meteorologist at Accuweather. Geoff, any indication when Fiona is going to make landfall?
Well, the next landfall for Fiona will occur at the very end of the week, Friday night into Saturday in the Canadian Maritime provinces, eastern Nova Scotia, perhaps Newfoundland, but most likely eastern Nova Scotia. The next impact, though, tonight is going to occur on the in the western Atlantic in Bermuda. It'll be kind of a side swipe, not a direct hit in Bermuda, thankfully. The storm is still very powerful. We have max sustained winds of 215 kilometers per hour. But one thing to keep in mind, the center of the storm will probably pass about 150 to 180 kilometers west of Bermuda. For perspective, there is a relatively large footprint of hurricane force winds. Hurricane force winds extend about 110 kilometers from the center of the storm. So most likely we're looking at tropical storm winds into Bermuda with some significant rainfall. But as this storm moves forward, we're really concerned about the Canadian Maritime provinces of Nova Scotia and Newfoundland with very heavy rain, 130 kilometer per hour winds, and also significant storm surge. A lot of power outages will occur, especially near the coastline there in the Canadian Maritimes.
And Fiona isn't the only storm that's keeping you all busy. There's yet another tropical storm, this one forming in the southern Caribbean.
That's true, and it hasn't fully organized yet, but it is very likely to become our next named tropical system. And we're very concerned about this one. Right now, it's kind of hugging the north side of South America and is moving through some of the Windward Islands and into the ABC Islands, Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, with some gusts of wind and some rain. But the impacts are going to be much greater when this strengthens into the weekend in the Caribbean, and it's very likely to become a hurricane and possibly a powerful hurricane, maybe a Category 3 hurricane, as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico around the middle of next week. So we're very concerned about impacts from maybe anywhere between the east side of Texas and all the way into Florida. Still kind of a broad range of risk, but it's still very early. So we have to keep a close eye on this storm. Limited wind shear, warm water, and a lot of the ingredients are in place for this to rapidly strengthen.